What's up, guys? Neil Orfield here to talk a little Underdog NBA. Underdog is, of course, your one-stop shop for all your best ball fantasy pick'em prop needs. They have these daily contests, which I am going to be entering right now. I've already entered, just waiting for it to fill. Of course, best ball, which today they just announced for NFL. Of course, it's not NBA, but for the next NFL season, they are going to have a best ball contest that is $3 million to first, $15 million total in prizes. So make sure you sign up at Underdog if you haven't already. You can get a first deposit match bonus up to $100 if you sign up by clicking the link in the description of this video or using promo code Stokastic when you sign up. Again, it's a first deposit match bonus up to $100. So if you want to put $100 in your account, they will match you up to $100. Obviously, that is the best value. But if you don't want to commit to $100, you just put, say, $20 in there. They'll match you up to $20 as well, whatever you are comfortable putting in there. Ooh, looks like I got the first overall pick. I have already adjusted our rankings according to the Stokastic rankings here. Jokic clearly the highest projected player on the slate by 8 fantasy points here. So I think he is the very obvious number one. Obviously, I hope that he fails because I want my Timberwolves to win tonight, but hopefully he still does well in fantasy, I guess. Hope he fails in real life. Hope the Nuggets lose, and I can go to the Timberwolves game on, I think it would be Thursday if it comes back to Minnesota. The more likely scenario is that the Nuggets close this out tonight. But happy to get Jokic first overall here. Clearly, that 8-point projection difference here between Jokic and Tatum is pretty massive. One thing I'm always paying attention to here is what are the biggest differences between ADP and where we have players ranked. And Cat is the obvious one here. ADP of 10.6. We have him ranked as the what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, eighth best overall projection on the slate. So it'd be pretty great if Cat could come back to me, but obviously my next pick is what, 12th? So pretty unlikely he'd be going even further down past ADP to get Cat here. So unlikely, but I can dream, I guess. But plenty of good places to find some value here. Some players going a little bit ahead of where we think they should. We'll see what comes back to me. Also debating whether I want to do some game stacks here. I do think that the Timberwolves Nuggets game is probably the best environment overall on the slate. It's actually a pretty interesting slate. We got obviously the Celtics have a nice spot against Atlanta, particularly with no DeJounte Murray for Atlanta. But still, I think the Minnesota Denver game, if I am going to game stack one, is probably the one that I'm likeliest to go to here. Obviously, in this draft, I already have Jokic, so it's not really a question here. I would like to stack that one up the most, but overall, I do think that's probably the best game environment. Man, let him pass on. Let him come to me. I guess worst case scenario here, I can get Gobert. Am I just gonna go all centers here? 3 of the next 4 top projected picks for Stokastic are centers. I don't think that I want all of Jokic, Cat, and Gobert all competing for rebounds. If it comes to me, maybe I'll think about taking, like, if Paul and Ayton went the next 2, I might still think about doing it, but not the best case scenario for me. Okay, JS Czar. You can see a lot of badges in here. I think badge players are a little bit more likely to have put in like the Stokastic projection, so I kind of think I'm less likely to get super good steals here when people are using Stokastic or similar projections here. You can see here there's a big gap though in ADP from Gobert, Ayton, Powell, and then it dropped down to Gordon at 19. We've got looks like MPJ going a little bit earlier than he probably should. But yeah, I'll take Gobert here. I'm just gonna go with ADP for now. I'm gonna take Gobert, DeAndre Ayton. Going with the 3 center start here. Jokic, Gobert, Ayton. Looks good to me. It is super flex. If you didn't know, it's FanDuel scoring super flex in these drafts. There are 6. You're drafting with 6 total people, so 36 total draft picks. Everybody has 6 picks each. Really fun way to play. And these ones, I believe this contest is like 6,000 at first. It's just $5 to enter. This is the Tuesday tip-off contest. Now, who am I hoping falls to me here? Oh, what's my pick? Next pick, 24th. Orfield looks realistic. Horford, did I say Orfield? Mixing up my name with his. Yeah, wouldn't mind getting Horford here. Looks like we have DeAndre Hunter going up a little bit ahead of where we think he should be going with an ADP of 18.6. Yeah, I think Horford is a realistic target at 24. Looks like. So I'd be happy with that. Not sure what to make of Capella. I think the minutes are a little bit suspect with Capella. Let's see what's he played in the series. He got back up to 30 minutes in the last one. So maybe that's why we have him projected for 27 minutes today. That seems reasonable. He had 25, 22 games prior to that, but at least he has the upside to hit 30 minutes or so. Still scares me just a little. All right, so hopefully JS Czar takes Capella here. Horford can still fall to me then. But yeah, I'm excited for this upcoming best ball season. I was lucky enough to get 2 teams into the final last year in the NFL best ball contest. I was one Cam Akers smash game away from getting 3 in there. It was pretty. I thought that was the likeliest one of my lineups to make it in. I needed like Cam Akers to put up fewer than 20 fantasy points, and then he just absolutely smashed in the semifinal. All right, I'm going to take Horford here. Happy to see him fall to me. He's our top projected there. And yeah, just looking at the other options, Malcolm Brogdon actually seems a little bit too obvious here. So went away from the all center build. Finally, we got first 4 all centers. Finally went to Malcolm Brogdon there. Man, if there's some way that Nickeil Alexander-Walker can fall to me, Timberwolves, of course, will be without Kyle Anderson tonight on top of Jaden McDaniels. So guys like Nickeil Alexander-Walker, I might actually consider reaching for Taurean Prince. I could see him picking up some usage and some extra minutes with Kyle Anderson out. So wouldn't mind going all the way down to Taurean Prince. But yeah, Nickeil Alexander-Walker would be prime. Like he's going to start play big minutes, I think, without Kyle Anderson there. So if he somehow fell to me, I would love that. In the more likely scenario that he doesn't, I'm going to have to think about it. Because I think also this is a spot where, Taurean Prince with an ADP of 35.5, I'm guessing that he's not getting drafted in every draft. So, everybody I've taken so far probably drafted in 100% of drafts. All of these guys are going in 100% of drafts. That doesn't mean they're going to be in the same lineups, but they're at least going to be 100% owned, I think. I think that with guys like Taurean Prince, there's a good chance that he's actually not being drafted in every draft. I think that he's got upside. So if I'm not lucky enough to get Naw with that last pick, I'm going to go with Prince there. But again, some of these Red Badgers, I think, are more likely to have set some rankings according to projections like Stokastic. So, and they appear to be auto drafting. So, if he's auto drafting, he's going to get Naw with this pick. If he's auto drafting with the Stokastic projections, I should say. And I guess Naw is also the highest in ADP here. So even if he were auto drafting by ADP, he would still get Nickeil Alexander-Walker. But we'll see. Maybe he falls. Otherwise, I'm going to hope for Prince here. Yep. Took Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Koji, kind of interesting, has picked up a little bit more minutes recently. All right, I'm doing it. Just going with Taurean Prince, hoping that he can pick up some extra minutes with no Kyle Anderson there. I don't hate it. I kind of like that draft, to be honest. Obviously, always helps when you get the top projected player on the slate by 8 fantasy points. So Jokic going there helps a lot. Would have loved to have gotten Cat with my second pick. Was pretty unlikely. With an ADP of 10.6, unlikely to get him with the 12th pick. So happy to get Gobert there. Happy to get Ayton at the turn. I feel like I overall, I'm pretty happy with all of these picks. I got the actual superstar. I think for a 2-3 turn, I think Gobert and Ayton both have plenty of upside. For a 4-5 turn, Horford, Malcolm Brogdon, as strong as you can get against Atlanta. And then taking Taurean Prince there with no Kyle Anderson, I do think that there is a lot of minutes upside there. I mean, you look at Taurean Prince's game log, nothing too exciting about it, but this is with Kyle Anderson playing most of the game. Yeah, I played 23 minutes in the most recent game for the Wolves. Wouldn't surprise me to see him get minutes in the mid to even mid upper 20s here. I'm guessing that he doesn't get the start. I mean, I guess Kyle Anderson wasn't starting anyway, so I think the Timberwolves, particularly after getting a win, continue to run it back with Nickeil Alexander-Walker in the starting lineup. But still, Dorian Prince can pick up some extra usage with Kyle Anderson not in there. Probably some extra minutes. There's obviously more minutes to go around as well. So even though we don't have Dorian Prince projected extremely well, I still kind of like him as just a player with some minutes volatility there and some usage volatility. So I'm pretty happy with that draft. I'll probably run a few more of these drafts after I've taken the time to actually sort things by projection. I'm a little bit more likely to jump into several of these drafts because I think you can generally find some, um, you know, places where the field is not completely efficient, and take advantage of them by just using our projections. I think that's all I'm gonna do for this video. Just one draft. Uh, Thought it went pretty well, so no need to jump into a second draft while I'm recording. But yeah, again, sign up if you have not yet signed up for Underdog. You can use promo code Stokastic. Link in the description of this video, and you'll get a first deposit match bonus up to $100. Highly recommend it. Really fun site, particularly with best ball. I think NFL best ball will be taking off. I think on Monday is when they're going to be releasing Best Ball Mania 4. They just announced a lot of the details today and yesterday, including the payout being 3 million to first. They just announced that today. So I think it's not coming out till Monday. I could be wrong. Maybe it's coming out tomorrow, or I should say on Thursday, day of the NFL draft. Maybe it's released on Thursday or maybe Friday the day after. Either way, within a week or so, we're going to be seeing these Best Ball Mania 4 drafts, and I would recommend jumping into them quickly, and just kind of you'll get a different set of lineups if you draft some early, some midsummer, and then some closer to the start of the season. So that's typically going to be my approach. But um, regardless, you can jump into some of these NBA drafts every day. They're a lot of fun. And if you use some projections, you can really take advantage of some inefficiencies in the field. Anyway, good luck tonight. Let's win some money.